Hello and welcome back to another tier list video, and today I'm rating useless superpowers. Now I must say before I begin here, I read through these very quickly. I'm not sure that some of these are useless. I can find some uses for a lot of them, so I don't know why this is called useless powers. Some of them are kind of useless or they're not that helpful, but there are a lot here that I think I would like to have. Let's get right into it. So first up, let's start with here, silence spell for 10 minutes. So if you eat this pill, you get the power to silence people, or silence someone, I guess, for 10 minutes. That's a cool spell, is it? It's good because you could shut up someone, like you could make someone stop speaking if they're really annoying you, but I don't feel like it's that much of a great power. It's not bad to have, like it's not doing you any harm having the power to make someone shut up, but if someone's really annoying you, you don't want to hear them, I feel like you can always just walk away. If it's online, you can mute them. If it's like, I don't see why you need to be able to silence someone. I also feel like if someone ranting at you in person and you silence them, they're going to get really frustrated with the fact you just silenced them. They might even get physically violent. They might start doing other things. They're going to become a much bigger problem. I don't think that's a great thing to have. I'm sure there are some uses for it, which is why I wouldn't put it bad to have. Nothing bad's going to happen because you have the power. You could just not use it. Next we have see in the dark. See in the dark is going to be, I don't think that's useless at all, actually. I might put that all the way up here at life hack. That's a pretty powerful thing. If it's pitch black and you can still see. It's like having, I'm just kind of concerned. It doesn't say anything about maybe changing the way your vision works. I was concerned maybe if then it's going to make you more light sensitive during the day. It doesn't say anything about that. It just says see in the dark. Is there anything bad there? Maybe horror suddenly not as scary to you. Maybe it's a bit of an issue going to sleep at night if you like to sleep in a dark room. Yeah, I might put it in lifesaver rather than life hack. I feel like there's a few things where it could be annoying. Like if you genuinely, you're trying to sleep in a dark room, but you can always see in the dark. I feel like maybe that's going to be something that annoys you. You're maybe not going to experience certain horror games or movies the same way either if you can always see in the dark. So we're going to put it in lifesaver. Read 5 times faster. That's going to be a life hack. There are no detriments to that. Reading 5 times faster. If you can read faster, you can get more information. I think that's a great thing. There's no drawback there. Absolutely, nothing bad about that at all. I think that's pretty easy to put there. Control your body temperature. That's another one. I think I have to put that in life hack. There's no drawbacks there. Is it useless? I don't think so. It means that you could go out in the cold without having to put on a jacket and you could stay warm. It means you could go out in hot places and you could cool yourself down and stay at a good temperature no matter what you're wearing. I would actually love that power, actually. Out of what I've got here so far, that would be my favorite. I'm putting it way at the top. I don't like going to hot countries. I don't like it when it's sunny all the time. Summer, it's too hot for me. I don't like going abroad to hot places where I just don't like it. I don't want it to ever be above like 20 degrees Celsius. I think like 17, 18 is perfect. That's fine. Just stay there all the time. If it's above 20, I'm too hot. I'm genuinely too hot. I don't like it. So for me, I think that's actually a really cool power. I would love that. Alive hair. No, that's a bad power. I don't want my hair to be alive. I don't want any of my hair to be sentient or alive or what. No, it doesn't sound like a fun time. It sounds very unpleasant, and it kind of makes my skin crawl a little bit thinking about it. I don't like it. Bullets can't harm you. I'm between life hack and lifesaver. Immediately I'm going to say lifesaver. I might change this in a second after I talk through it. Because if you can't be shot, it means no one's going to be able to shoot you, which is really cool. I don't want to be able to be shot and die. I don't need to worry ever about being shot. Cool. If there's a war and someone's shooting a gun at me, I'm fine. Someone's trying to rob me in the street and they pull out a gun, I'm fine. You can't kill me. You can't shoot me. You can't harm me with a gun. The only downside, I think, to this would be if you're suicidal and you wanted to kill yourself, which I think is a really stupid thing to prevent it from being in life hack, because I guess if you did want to kill yourself, you could kill yourself in other ways. And I know I shouldn't be saying that because no one should be killing themselves. Obviously, it's not good to do that. But like, what if you're in the middle of say there's a zombie apocalypse and nuclear Armageddon and you're in severe pain, it's like the only way out. I'm going to put it in life hack. I think it's good. It's probably better than reading faster. I don't think there is anything bad really to it. As I said, if you did want to off yourself. You could do other things. You don't have to use a gun. I mean, especially here, like, I don't even know where I would get a gun in Scotland. I mean, it's not a very popular thing. Next, we're going to pull food towards you. That's going to go in good to have. It's not bad. Like, there's nothing bad about pulling, like, oh, I can pull food towards me with my mind. I don't think that's a bad thing. There's nothing bad about it. But it's also not amazing. I don't really care about it. It's good to have. It's going to be useful sometimes. Oh, I'm sitting watching TV and my chocolate's over there on the table. And you just go, and it flies across to you. That would be helpful. You don't have to get up and get it. Sure, you could be lazy. That'd be cool. Maybe it also means you could steal food. You could just stand. I'm not endorsing thievery, by the way, or am I? But yeah, you could stand distance away from a little food cart and just like pull it away with your mind. Lots of uses like that. But I don't think it's that cool of a power. People might notice when you're pulling food away. So I'm just going to put it in good to have. Always give good presents. So it means that does that mean if you always give, right, so does that mean if you give the present, it is automatically a good present because you gave it? Or does it mean that you will always know what the present is that you should get? Like, you see what I'm saying? I feel there's a difference there. That's a really strange one. How can you always give good presents? I'm going to say good to have. It's definitely not bad. I mean, who wants to give everyone bad presents? I would rather not give people, like, if you want to give someone a bad present on purpose, why? If you don't like someone, then just don't give them anything. So I'd say it's good to have. I don't think it's really that necessary. I think part of the fun of giving gifts is having to try and work out, oh, I knew you would like that. And so I feel like it takes some of the satisfaction away if you just know you're going to give it good by default, I think. So I'm going to put it there. On the same train of thought we've got here, always get good presents. I feel like I want to put that good to have. It's the same sort of level there. It might be better to always, I might put that even higher. Oh, that's a lifesaver because people do get awful presents, like people buying you socks for your Christmas or a body wash kit or something. Yeah, I feel like it would be cool not to get those things. And I mean, it says lifesaver. That's maybe an exaggeration, but it would be pretty helpful. Sleep 8 hours and 30 minutes. This is going to be a life hack. Absolute life hack. So if you can just sleep 8 hours worth in 30 minutes, that is going to be, honestly, that's probably the biggest life hack here. Well, so far anyway. That's insane. That is an insane power if you can just sleep 8 hours and 30 minutes. The amount of things you could get done. I mean, you're genuinely increasing your lifespan essentially with that. I mean, people sleep, say you sleep 8 hours a day. That means every single day of your life, you are sleeping away a third of your life. If you're suddenly only sleeping 30 minutes, I mean, you're basically regaining a whole third of your life. Say you live till 90 years old. I mean, that's almost 30 years spent sleeping if you count up. I mean, you're talking a third of your life. If you sleep 8 hours every night and you live to 90, you've spent probably close to 30 years sleeping. If you can reclaim most of that by only having to sleep 30 minutes, I mean, that's insane. Just, again, think about all the time you'd have to do other things, whether it's productive, even just hobbies, anything, learning new skills. I feel like that's such a great power to have. So I'm going to put that way at the top. Next, we've got banana duplication. I think this one's pretty cool. I'm going to put it in lifesaver. I think it's really good, actually. I'm going to put it at the top of lifesaver. Maybe not quite life hack, but I'm tempted with life hack. My thinking here is if you can duplicate bananas, you can make a lot of money. You can just become a banana salesman. I mean, you could start selling bananas to supermarkets, to farms. Farms? Farms was the wrong. You know what I'm saying. Not farms, markets. You can start selling bananas all over the place. I feel like that's a very, very useful power to have. Just keep duplicating the banana. The problem is, though, I don't know how many bananas you can duplicate. Can you only duplicate one banana every day, one every hour or something? If that's the case, then it's not very useful. It'll be kind of cool if you really need extra food and you can't afford more food, I guess. But I mean, who's really getting that full just eating a couple of bananas? No one. So I think it could be pretty useful. I'm going to leave it in lifesaver. I think there's potential there to make a lot of money, but I'm not too sure about it. Next, we've got body fat control. I'm going to say good to have. I don't think it's... I mean, it technically could actually be a lifesaver, because if you've got dangerously high body fat and you can control and bring that down, that would be pretty life-saving. I might put it to the top of good to have. There's certainly nothing bad about being able to control your body fat, but I don't think it really matters that much either. No. I said, I gave the answer already. It is a lifesaver, because if you've got dangerously high levels, you're obese or something, lower it down. Yeah, so we will put that there. Yeah, I think that probably is pretty good to have, the more I think about it. Next, we have breathe underwater, and it says not pressure resistant. So you can breathe underwater, but you're not resistant to water pressure. So if you go lower, you're still going to feel those effects. Breathing underwater, it's definitely going to be a lifesaver. I don't know about life hack. It is pretty cool. For the same reason as bullets can. I mean, you're going to be able to go in water and do whatever you want. But is there really that much use of it? I feel like there's more use of bullets not being able to harm you than breathing underwater. Like, who cares? I mean, it's kind of cool, but you can go scuba diving or something, or wear oxygen tanks and stuff and go pretty deep into the water already. Is it really that much better if you can just go breathe underwater? It's not like you're going underwater to go to a theme park or something, or go start a new life. You're not becoming a fish. So I think it's not that amazing, but it would definitely save your life, and it'd be cool to have. Control your emotions. This is that's a difficult one. Right, for now I'm putting it good to have. I think the thing with control your emotions, it's always good to be able to control things, okay? I don't think anyone would dispute that. Whether it's your body fat, we've already rated that. Your body temperature, we've rated that. Your emotions, people train a long time to control their emotions. That's something that people work on. However, if you can actually just control your emotions and decide, oh, I'm going to be happy, oh, I'm going to be sad. I mean, you probably not ever choose to be sad, but I feel like it kind of ruins the human experience if you just totally have control over your emotions. If you can just decide, I'm never going to be sad again, I'm never going to be angry again, I'm never going to do that again, and you're just always going to be happy, I feel like it ruins what makes us human. I feel like it ruins the total human experience. I think it's very important that people experience all sorts of emotions. If you no longer can get sad, if people can't make you sad, if people can't annoy you, if people can't make you angry, I feel like life becomes very boring and sort of starts to level off. It's important, I think, in life to have the ups and downs. It's only that the fact that you have the downs and the negative emotions that make the highs that much better. If everything's just always up here, then really it's all here. It's just always the same flat line, and I don't think it's that great to have. And so I'm going to say I'm between good to have or meh. Honestly, I'm going to put it in meh. I don't think it's a good superpower. I think it's actually going to be detrimental to you in the long run. Temporarily, going to be good, maybe be cool. There's definitely a lot of uses for it, keep you cool in certain things, but no, I think in general, I think it ruins what it is to be a human being. 15% discount on everything. Sure, I mean, can anyone argue against that? I think a lot of these things are better than that. Like, reading faster is probably more useful. Bullets, I feel like those are more useful things, but 15% discount on everything, there's no case where that isn't going to help you out somewhat. So yeah, I'm gonna put it straight there. I mean, there's no drawbacks there. Relive your memories in dreams. It's definitely good to have. I don't think it's a lifesaver. I would love that. I mean, if I'm being honest, if out of all these powers, it's one I would love to have. I'm fascinated by dreams. I love exploring memories. It's something I would be overjoyed to have. However, is it really that useful? I mean, the fact of the matter is, folks, most people don't even remember their dreams when they wake up. So, okay, sure, maybe you can explore your memories, but are you really gonna? I'm feeling actually a little biased. I'm gonna raise it. I'm gonna put it up here. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in Lifesaver. I think it's really cool. Feel the emotions of people you touch. Right. The question I have here is, do you have to feel them? So can I touch someone and immediately I just feel it without any choice? Or do I get the choice? Like, do I have to activate that power? Because those are two very different things. If I just by default feel the emotions when I touch someone, I don't want this, because that is going to be not so great. You're going to really struggle, I think. And I don't want to have to feel someone's emotions as I'm walking through the supermarket and accidentally I bump into someone. I don't want to have to feel someone's emotions as I walk down a busy street and I'm moving through a crowd and I'm touching these people and it's like, I don't want that. That really makes me feel jittery. I don't like how that makes me feel. But if I can choose, and by choice, so when I touch someone, I feel like I can touch someone and then say, okay, now I'm activating this power, then it's very cool. I think then it's really cool to have, and I'd put it all the way up as far as life hack, to be honest, because you can start to feel what someone else is feeling. But if it's not by choice, and you're just doing that, I'm assuming it has to be skin to skin. I'm thinking of ways around certain, like, okay, I can put gloves on if I'm outside, if I don't want to Okay, right. I'm going to leave it in good to have because there are uses, and I think there are probably ways around it, assuming that it has to be skin-to-skin contact, but I'm a little bit wary on that one. Turn gold into less valuable materials. You know, I'm going to put it in good to have. I mean, I know it's kind of stupid, and it is kind of useless because gold is so valuable, but I don't think it's ever bad to have the choice to do something. Even if you have the choice to do this useless thing, I think it's better to be able to do that than to not be able to do that. That makes sense? Like, it's different if I have to do it, so anytime I touch a piece of gold or I see gold, it transforms automatically. That's different. It comes back to the emotions thing we were just talking about. If I can choose to feel people's emotions, then that's always a good thing to be able to have that choice. Same with your body temperature, same with banana duplication or your body fat control. It's always good to have control and to be able to do these things if you choose to. But it's not good, I think, it's not good if you have no choice and it just happens. And so the gold isn't that useful, but it's better to have it than not have it, I think. Insta-heal small wounds. Well, yeah, that's going to be a really cool thing. I may even put that up in Lifehack, honestly. That's really cool. I mean, imagine from now on, you don't have to be careful when you're cutting up vegetables or something. I mean, cut my finger, insta-heal. I just kind of worry if it means insta-heal, does that mean as soon as the knife goes in, it's actually healing around the knife and now the knife's actually stuck in my finger? That could be a bit of a problem. I don't think it means that, but yeah, that would be a really cool one. You're a Wi-Fi hotspot, but no free internet. I'm going to put that in May. I don't think there's... I have a lot of thoughts about that I'm just not sure about. Like, are other people going to be connecting to me as a Wi-Fi hotspot and stuff? Like, I don't know. I don't think it's bad. I feel like it would be cool because it would mean if maybe I'm having to pay for internet, but anywhere I go, I have it. I feel like I already do have internet most places I go, just on my phone. I rarely go anywhere where I don't have coverage. So I'm going to put it in May. Wake up looking good. So I guess that means, okay, you're not going to have to jump in the shower, fix your hair, all that sort of stuff. Good to have. Good to have. Maybe even lifesaver. It's going to be maybe the top of good to have. I don't think it's that big of a deal to have to jump in the shower and brush your hair. Whatever. Make rain go away, come again next day. That's a bizarre one. Right, so if it's raining today and I make it go away, it's to come back tomorrow. What if I then tomorrow say rain go away? Does that mean the day after that is going to be 2 days worth of rain? And then if I keep doing that over and over again, say I do that for a year, does that mean eventually when I stop doing that, we're going to get, say, a year's worth of rain, all downpours at once? That gets pretty dangerous. I feel like this is bad to have. I don't think anyone should have that power. That's a bad power to have. I don't think I trust anyone to have that. I feel like it'll mess up the entire world. Like, just having not enough rain at certain times of the year can change. I feel like it changes entire ecosystems to some extent, depending on how drastic this is. It can change production of crops. It can change, a lot of things. I don't think that's a good thing for anyone to have. Plus 2 inches, so 5 centimeters anywhere. I'm guessing that means on your body you can add on 2 inches to something. So whether that's your height, your what size, your hands, your feet, good to have, I guess. It's not a bad thing if you can choose to make something bigger. I don't think it's bad, but it's also, who cares, really? I don't care for it. 5-inch, so 12.7 centimeter range laser vision. So you've got laser vision, but only like to here. That's, at first thought, it sounds useless, but no, I think there's a lot of use cases for that. For example, you would never have to have a knife again. You wouldn't, like, it would be so easy to do DIY or to chop things and stuff. I mean, you just, I want to cut a carrot, I just go choom, right in front of my face, gone. If I want to cut a hole in a wall, I just go, done. Sure, it's annoying, you have to get really close to it, but I feel like it's still very useful. I'm actually going to put it up in Lifesaver. That's a really good power. That's a really good power. Life hack. That's an insanely good power. That's an insanely good power. It needs to go up high. And finally, we have 1-inch levitation, so 2 centimeters. And this says negates fall damage. That's a life hack for sure. That goes all the way up the top. Yeah, that's amazing. You could jump off any building. You could do whatever you want. 1 inch. I mean, it's obviously not that great for actual levitation because you're not going very high. It's not like you're flying. You're just levitating a little bit. But you could essentially have the illusion of walking on water. You could go over water. You could do lots of things with that. So I think that's a pretty good power. So yeah, we've been over most of these. I actually don't think any of these are that useless. There's a couple like alive here. That's maybe useless. I don't like that at all. But most of these I actually think have some uses and are pretty cool. Anyway, I enjoyed that. That was actually fun. I feel like I had some good little rants there. Anyway, until next time, goodbye.